Good afternoon, everyone. We are the last team. And, this is Sydney. He comes from Taiwan, and this is Kingston, Sunny, and I'm David. He comes from mainland. And today we are going to talk about the hospitality training program and the team unit. Okay, the goals of this program. First one is improve the front desk line service quality, and second one is give guests good impression and make them come back again. And the last one, enhance the local business corporate. The outline of this program, there are three parts. First one is staff training, second one is tourism size, and last one is incentive. And later, Sunny will talk about staff training.
Hi, I'm Sunny, and I will choose three parts to introduce our staff training. The first one is communication. I think communication is very important in staff training because, for example, between customers and staff, between staff and managers and staff, we need communication. If there is a bad communication between managers and staff, so staff can't understand how to accomplish this assignment, and they don't know how to get the business goal for our own organization. And if each of staff they need search information and do a survey get together. If you have a bad communication with your staff, so you don't know how to get together to search information and do this whole assignment. And the third is customers and the staff. So for us, we must know what service our customers want to get, and the needs of our customers. So for the staff, we must give their best service for our customers. And we have three parts of how to train our staffs. The first one is The first one is activity. This activity, I think, especially the outdoor activities. I think that outdoor activities can help our staffs build their coordination, and they can, such as outdoor activities, climbing and boating, and they can do it together. And the second one is a meeting. This meeting not the original meeting. This meeting just like a small talking for 1 month or for 1 week. Through this meeting, all of managers and the staffs, we can sit together and talk about for this week, and what is your unforgettable experience for you, for your customer. Maybe you can have a conflict with your customers and how to deal with. You can share your experience and information for your managers and your staff. And the third one is party. I think this party, we can through this party can show in the festival, we can show their talent in art, and we just want to build confidence for our staff. You can do it better, you can do it, you can do that. The second part is a profession. I think profession is very important for the new customers. Customers come your organization for the first time, and they have never know anything about your organization, and how to if we require our staff must professional, because you must help your customers solve some problems, questions, and help them do their want to do. And We have three parts. One is new employee orientation. I think this orientation for the new employee. When we hire the new employees, we must let them know the employees realize your organization's cultural history and goal and the value and the belief. You must to know our staff is work for what is organization. And the second one is old employees examination. For the old staff, they usually think, oh, we are older, we know everything, we can do it better everything. But at this time, old staffs have relaxed. So for the compare with old staff and the new staff, the old staffs are easy to make mistakes. So we should make examination for all employees. And the third one is a professional course. This professional course is not just as the professional. We can make a widely professional course and help our staff create a widely ability. And the second one, the last one is passion. I think passion is very important for the for the employees, because if our staff don't like your managers, don't like your partner, I don't think so they can have a good attitude or friendly attitude for your customers. If this, so we must give our staffs, we should usually encourage them. You are the best one. You can good at them, and you don't work for yourself. You don't work for your manager, your other things. You just work for yourself. You can do it better, and passion is very important. And in the staff training, all of staffs usually make some mistakes, and the next is about mistakes our staff training.
I'm going to talk about the front-desk service mistake. Some front-desk service mistakes are universal, some are unavoidable, and some are amazing. All can affect guest satisfaction and your AAA or R rating. The most common and frequent service flow is probably the failure to acknowledge a guest waiting in line. A verbal greeting or a simple smile can to let the waiting guest know he or she is not being ignored. Another common mistake is the failure to use the guest's name during the check-in or check-out. In both instances, the guest name is readily available via the reservation, a credit card, the registration card, the folio, and often on pre-arrival messages. It is a simple point, but it can help personalize the experience. And this is the great staff training part. And I'm not going to go through this, but I would like to share a short story. It happened on me. One day, it's a Friday night. I was driving on my way home, and I stopped on road for waiting the train pass. It's nearby Golden Q Bar, and there's a man came, and he knocked down my car's window. And first of all, I was scary because I'm not sure if he's drunk or not. And but at the same time, I was going down my window, and he said, "Can you help me a ride back to hotel?" And I think, sure, why not? I'm studying hospitality, right? So we have conversation on the car, and he said he took the SS bus to the bar, but it's almost midnight, so he has no way to back to hotel. So and I asked him, don't you drive? he said he left his car in a hotel at the hotel because he's not familiar with the road here, and he thought it may be difficult to find the parking. Before he left, he asked me. He's a father, and he come from Kansas City, and to here for his son's football games. And before he left, he asked me the way to get the stadium, and I showed him the map with my iPad. And also he asked me to recommend some restaurant to him, and I did. And in this case, I was thinking it may the hotel in Hayes can consider like some shuttle service to the guests because sometimes the map is just difficult to read for some people. Even it's great and detailed, but some people just can't read it. And so I think the shuttle bus service may great for some guests for come to Hayes. And I will leave here to the Kingston to talk about map and direction.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. My job today is about educating traveler the tourism sites in Hayes and pushing them off to go there. But today I'm going to dig deeper because in my perspective, I think the one of the most important goals of conducting this hospitality training program is not only to give them a map or a travel guide to the front line staff to give people when people check in, but also to give them a way to learn how to cope with and think of things like a customer, and through this way we can thrive. Because I'm firmly convinced that in our industry, everything else becomes less important when it comes to customer, and at the same time, concentrating not enough on customer is the main reason for most companies, in most cases, that they are not as successful as they could have been. There is an effective method of thinking like a customer. Use our imagination. Now picture the last thing customer wanted to undergo when they sitting in their car after long driving or long time checking in. I think it should be searching for a place to go with their GPS under the watch of the whole family. What a predicament! As we all know, this where to go dilemma can be effectively solved by handing travel guide when people check in. And to sum up, the travel guide is an traditional but typical example of thinking as a customer. Before we take a look at our travel guide, I want to share something with you. Last semester I went to Dallas, but I squandered almost 1 day out of a holiday of 7 days shuttling back and forth on the highway because of the wrong information were given, and we chose a place inappropriately. Needless to see, people in there drive like crazy. So what I want to say is there are so many people like us, international students. When we get to a place, we don't want to see everything. We don't want to see something locally famous and something can stand for that place. Because we have limited time and have so many places to go. And then this market is too big to be ignored because according to the latest reporting, international students attributed like more than $500 million last year American economy. So now based on our story, we created this map. At first, we selected some landmarks in Hayes, such as Fort Hays State, older Fort Hays, and museum, art gallery, and parks. Some place for fine dinner and some place for quick lunch. Then we marked them on the map and put the address and the phone number of each on the side. And according that, we created a relatively gas and time-saving driving loop to help the tourism not miss what not supposed to be missed in Hayes in a limited time. So now it's the David's turn.
I'm going to talk about the incentive program. What is the incentive means for the employees? First, offer a better service. Some people may drive a car stopped by Hayes, and maybe at night, 10 o'clock or 10 o'clock, you need to offer a better service, make them feel comfortable, and probably they will tell them from, oh, I had a good time in Hayes, and if you stop by Hayes, you can have a good time. And then create more business. As a frontline desk service staff, you are not serving your own business. You are cooperate with other business. You can give the guest some other suggestions. For example, you can go to the Applebee. You can go somewhere. It's pretty good. You can have a good meal there. And what is incentive means for the guest? Guest will get a discount, when they consume. And okay, I'm going to talk, and I will talk about the checkbox system. Actually, it's not only a checkbox system, it's a checkbox system and a reward system. The checkbox system, there are 4 parts in the checkbox system. First part is the QR code. QR code recently is very popular. A couple years ago, we used the barcode, but the QR code has more information in its code. And second part is the QR code reader. Each business needs to have a QR code reader. When the customer show their QR codes, they can read it, and there are a lot of information in the QR code. And third part is QR system. It's not a software. It's not only a software in a computer. Actually, it's a system built the local business, make them together, and each business could update the database, and this system could analyze all the database, which restaurant is popular, how many people go to the restaurant, how many people go to the theater, and okay, that's the reason why connect all the business together. And later I will show you how to use the checkbox system and what's in the QR code. Here, we created this QR code. We can put in business name, staff name, and location and discount rate in the QR code. Why we put the staff name in the QR code? We don't want to put a staff name on this card, because when the business read this QR code, and the system will recognize the staff's name, and then this system will analyze the database, and the best staff will get a reward. It's the chamber check. Probably 1 week, $25 or $10. Okay, here's the QR code. And you can have different style when you serve the people. You can be very friendly, very beautiful, and my style is very cute. You can see from this card. You can have $10 off and 10% off. $10 off, probably you can buy a ticket, and $10 off you can have 10% off you can have a meal. And there are two different QR code. There are two different information. This is just a sample. I would like to show you how to use it. It's a $10 off card, and not only the business staff could use this QR code. As a customer, you can use it also. You can see this QR code has the information is the unit. I put our team name in this QR code. And here is another one, a smaller one. This QR code has the location information. You can see here is the action. Go to the URL, open the URL in Surface, send by email, share on Facebook. I think it's quite important for us. If somebody scan the QR code and he shared this information, oh, I'm in his, and I had great time, I have good value, I have good service, and he shared this information, it's a free advertising for his business. So it's pretty important. So we can open the URL in Safari, and if you show the maps. There we go. Reference. Thank you. Question time. Any questions?
Questions?
No question.
Can you put the resources back up so for that QR?
This is the card.
What was the hardest part of the project for you?
The QR code.
The QR code?
Yeah.
Was the hardest part? Does anybody have any questions? Okay. Good job, guys. Good job.
Thank you.